You think he's ready?
He's not ready.
You're smarter than I am? Huh? That's not a hard question. Is not an answer. It's not an answer. It's not an answer. You know what my father used to say?
You want me to grab one out of the air, please?
He used to say to me, don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. Did you ever hear the expression, beauty fades, dumb is forever? Either you're playing dumb or it's not an act. You are pretty thick, stupid, outrageous, baloney, liar, baby, dumb, wise guys. Are you kidding me? Are you trying to justify to me the fact that you're an idiot? You're gonna regret the fact that you opened your eyes this morning. This one's as dumb as a bucket of rocks, I swear to you. They don't keep me here because I'm gorgeous and 5'10". Sit down. I'd like 10 million people to hear that you've done something stupid. That's my joy in life. I almost forgot how entertaining this could be.
No, Judge Judy is my girl, man. I love me some Judge Judy. I don't know if I could handle her as a wife. I like my wife sweet. You know, my wife is a lovely woman. she has her moment, but for the most part, she's a loving Christian woman. I like them like that. But Judge Judy tells the truth. And here is, in this case, Judge Judy is going to tell the CNN panelist the truth about Donald Trump. I love this type of answers. I'm a common sense type of guy. Don't play a game with my mind. Don't confuse me. You know what I'm saying? I like it straight. I see the gray areas. I see the colors in between. But tell me the truth as it is and let me wrestle with it. And this is what she's about to do. I love this woman because very few has the heart to say what she's about to say. And she had a whole career of telling people the truth, even when they didn't want to hear it. But the truth is the truth. By the way, there is a video, I'm going to react to that one as well, where she speaks about how to love your husband. All right. And she's going to keep it simple for us. And I think this was great. Anyway, let's take a listen to this first part of the video. And I think this was great. Listen to what she's about to do. Oh, she's going to give him an answer that he was not ready for.
Is that the justice system working, or is it the justice system being manipulated?
I would be happier, as someone who owns property in Manhattan, if the district attorney of New York County would take care of criminals who are making it impossible for citizens to walk in the streets and use the subway, to use his efforts to keep those people off the street, than to spend $5 million or $10 million of taxpayers' money trying Donald Trump on this nonsense. That's my view. But I, as a taxpayer in this country, resent using the system for your own personal self-aggrandizement. Now, if you didn't know...
And that's what you think the DA did in Manhattan?
That's what I think. I mean, if you look, you had to twist yourself into a pretzel to figure out what the crime was. Mm-hmm. He doesn't like him. New York City didn't like him for a while.
Trump.
Trump.
What do you think of Donald Trump?
What do I think of him? I think he was a good businessman.
For sure.
A real estate guy. Mm-hmm. And he was certainly terrific on The Apprentice.
Wow. You talk about bass? My kind of girl. You know, when I hear this woman, she's definitely out of her mind crazy. Anyway, yeah, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. That's my guy. You know, the thing is, yeah, like we can tell. And this is why he was able to raise over $400 million in a few days after the verdict. 34 counts? How did you manage to get that? I mean, Al Capone didn't get that level of... Anyway. But you can tell the level of hatred of the left toward Donald Trump has only strengthened his base, making him stronger. He's flexing his muscle. The man looks good. He's confident. His numbers are up. Who loses? They do. Who wins at the end? America wins. Now, the precedence that they're setting is a very bad one. We don't want that, because you do not want to set the country on fire by destroying the justice system. And it always backfires, and the pendulum tends to swing on the other side. Today you have the power, but tomorrow you might not. And Abraham Lincoln says, man, hey, if you want to know, if you want to check the character of a man, give him power, because most people can't handle power. And we do not want the power in the hands of the wrong people, and then they end up using and abusing it. Now, the very thing that they're afraid of Donald Trump of doing is the very thing that they're doing to him. And knowing that they've done this, and they continue to make it appear this is a normal thing. We just, you know what I'm saying? This is American, nobody's above the law. Like, you a farce. What about everybody else who done got away with some of the worst crimes you've justified, and you haven't really checked them? All of a sudden, nobody's above the law. Judge Judy is on point. You see, the thing is, Alvin Brad could have spent his time addressing criminals. He did not.
In the streets and use the subway, to use his efforts to keep those people off the street, than to spend $5 million or
$5 million something to go after a political opponent, someone you don't agree with politically. That is crazy. While the city is on fire and you don't care. And I love what she says. You had to twist yourself in a pretzel to get a crime.
DA did in Manhattan?
That's what I think. I mean, if you look, you had to twist yourself into a pretzel to figure out what the crime was.
Because there wasn't any. Because there wasn't any. Yeah, you can say it was immoral. Yeah, unbiblical. Yeah, unchristian. Yeah, that's a judgment you leave with the Lord. But to say what was done was illegal, right, from a cultural and political perspective, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was true. Anyway, much more could be said. I love me some Judge Judy. Listen, you gotta hear that counsel that she gave. She said, nonsense. You gotta hear that counsel that she gave here about husband. Let's take a listen, husband, and wives. Please pay attention. This will save your marriage. This will save your marriage. Did you hear what I said? I'm not gonna have a whole nother discussion about marriage here. We can talk about that. But you want to keep it simple? You want to save your marriage? You want to keep your husband happy? Take a page from her.
You've been married to retired Judge Jerry Scheinlin for 47 years. Couple of questions. How do you explain it, being together for 47 years? And how do you explain the fact that 12 years in, you guys split up, got divorced, and then remarried?
Well, how do you stay married for 47 years? You get a little hard of hearing. Both of us. And, you know, we're together a lot. Jerry retired about 20 years ago, but he has his own thing. He takes wonderful care of himself. And I sort of like it because he maintains that physique that I fell in love with 48 years ago. Still has a sense of humor, still really smart and sharp. The second question you asked me is why we separated and divorced for a year. That's a long story, but the end of the story is I found, Chris, that most men were alike. I'm saying that they have basic needs that are different from women's. They like to be fed. They like to be cuddled. They like to have their alone time, that you take out the lone box and leave me alone. And if you feed them and love them up a little bit and don't get in their way too much, they're happy.
I have to say, you and I should have gotten together because feed me, love me up a little bit, and leave me alone. 47 years would go by like that.
That was great. That was great. I love the way we ended this one on a positive note. Yeah, man, I really hope and pray that God blesses your home and your marriage. Work out your issues. Love that spouse. It's not always easy. It could be very challenging at times, but it's one of those investments that you could never You don't lose from that investment. And really hope and pray that whatever the issues may be, man, you kick the devil out of the home. You protect your lovely wife. You protect your family. Make time for each other. Make time for each other, and pay attention to the details, especially. And I tell you what she said here about the man having his alone time. I think my wife, after being married we're going to 8 years of marriage now. I think she finally gets it. He gets it. Like, leave me alone. I'm going in the office. I'm going to record videos. Like, she now knows, don't get in his way. And you leave me alone for 2 hours or so, and I get my recordings done, and I do my Bible studies and everything. I come back a happy husband. I just need my caveman moment. Don't mess with me now. You're going to get a frown. And I'm telling you, very simple, easy going. And what she's saying here is true. Just love him up a little bit. Stop trying to pull him up like a dog on a leash. Stop trying to drag him, and just allow him to be human. And I'll say, we can talk about the men toward the wives. I know that's a whole nother discussion. We're not gonna make a video about that. This one is not for you, ladies. This is not your moment. Much more could be said. Link in the description below. Like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. And I love her answer about Donald Trump, and I love her counsel here about marriage. Be strong, stay in love, work, save your family, have many children, as much as you can take care of course. Don't abort them. Do not. And God bless you. Until next time, have a good one. Bye.